stuff in the air. A sure sign of spring. Funnily enough, what we're looking at is spring also. A freshwater spring in the forest. This one's mostly used by the animals, but that's where it springs out of the ground, so it's safe to drink for humans as well. It's full of that fluff right now though. It flows down this little ravine, and here's a little bridge across that little ravine. But that's not why I'm here. What I'm here for today is this little beauty. Gorgeous little flower. That's Greater Stitchwort. It used to belong to the genus Stellaria alongside chickweed and other plants with star-shaped flowers, but was recently moved to the genus Rabelera and is the only species in the genus. It's a spring flower. It grows early in the season, though not as early as the plants I showed you in a previous video. It used to bloom in April, but now it blooms in May. The winters are getting longer and colder, so that's not a surprise. And it delays the development of flowers as well. I love the colors on this plant. The contrasting white and yellow. Beautiful. Needless to say, these colors attract pollinators. Bees, butterflies, hoverflies, this type of beneficial insects. These flowers have mild but pleasant scent. I have company. I'm filming the video about Greater Stitchwort and this beetle comes along. Oh, he's back there somewhere. I lost him. Oh, that's okay, moving along. So the name Stitchwort comes from the plant's use as a remedy for the pain of a stitch. That's the pain you get in the side of your stomach when you run. It's called a stitch. But that's not the only medicinal use of the plant. In traditional medicine, it's been used to treat a whole host of ailments, mostly the ones related to inflammation, thanks to its anti-inflammatory properties, which have been backed by science, by the way. So things like rheumatism, respiratory tract infections, digestive problems, that type of thing, that's what it's good for. I've also found references saying that the high saponin content in its roots and leaves is able to produce leather when mixed with water, so apparently it's possible to use this plant as substitute for soap. Being this pretty, it should come as no surprise that there's a rich folklore history connected to this plant. In Celtic folklore in particular, it's believed there that the plant had the power to protect against evil and bring good luck and that type of stuff. In Germanic folklore, the plant was believed to protect against witchcraft. In Old English folklore, it was believed that hanging a branch of Greater Stitchwort above the door could ward off witches and evil spirits. And from what I could find, in parts of England and Scotland, young women would pull up a Stitchwort plant while reciting a charm or incantation. And if the roots came up whole, it was believed to be a sign that their lovers were faithful. But if the roots broke, well, there was a sign that the lover was unfaithful. Some websites claim that picking up Stitchwort could cause a thunderstorm, and it's possible that this may be a local superstition somewhere in a particular region, but there is no widely recognized cultural belief related to that, to Greater Stitchwort causing thunderstorms. In West Country of England, where the plant was referred to as fairy grass, there is folklore that picking Greater Stitchwort could anger the fairies who lived among the plant and bring about bad luck or even illness. But being a powerful medicinal plant, it's still harvested and used for its health benefits. So let's talk about how to identify Greater Stitchwort. The leaves are long and narrow, like that. See, almost palm-sized. They grow in opposite pairs and alternate. You can see here how they alternate. One pair going this way, the other pair going this way. This way, this way. The stem is slender and green. It has a slight drip texture. It can grow up to 80 centimeters in height, which is quite a lot. It's also relatively straight, but it's brittle and easily breaks. The flowers have white petals. They're all white, and there's 5 of them. But by looking at it, you'd think that there's 10. That's because each of these 5 petals is deeply cleft. When the plant matures, It releases the seeds and the seeds pop as they get released. The best time to harvest Greater Stitchwort is during the plant's flowering period, like what you see here. That's when the plant is at its peak medicinal potency. I'd harvest on a warm and dry day when flowers are fully open and the plant is not too waterlogged. What I harvest are the aerial parts, basically anything that grows above ground. The way to use it, you can put it in salads, you can cook it. I just make tea from it.